we ready?
Okay, you're
Oh,
live
now
on
we look.
YouTube now, ready to go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come into my intro. I know we gotta add the music later, man. So now we're doing it a different way, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let me get started. All right, you already know it's your boy Manny Mad Dog, man. We going live and did that de Puerto Rico. As I do each and every Friday for Syndicate Friday, TGISF. Thank God it's Syndicate Friday, man. As you know, I always bring on them legends, man. Them legendary figures, man. Excuse me, the figures behind the figures, man. And this week I got a legendary one, man. I don't even know how to put this brother into words, man. I watched him come up throughout the years, man. Around 30 years. We somewhere around there, Bronx motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Latino motherfuckers just coming up and doing our thing throughout the industry, man. And I watch him grow so much, man, and do so much and become so much in the process. And I know that there's still so much more for him in the future, man. So we're gonna take it back to the beginning as we do every week, man. We do the past, the present, and the future. Ya tu sabes, man. I'm so happy to be this Latino coming in from Puerto Rico and giving the light to my brother. Shout out ECND, shout out iHeartRadio, shout out BT Mobile Distribution for giving me the opportunity each and every week to do what we do and give light and give the flowers, you know what I'm saying, to my brothers and sisters who have really put in the work, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years and have really put in that time and have really created a platform which now went from $1,000 business, $100 business to a multi-billion-dollar industry. You feel me? So shout out my brother, man, the one and only. You know, I gotta pay homage to his real man, the Juan Ramirez, aka Shampoo, aka Papi Shampoo, del BF, ya tu sabes, salud, baby. How you doing today, Papi, man? I see you, YFBS finest CEO. I know you forever and a day, brother, and you look better today than you did back then. Me, I look a little scruffy today, but you looking clean like a mug.
Thank you, my brother. You know, we still out here working, baby. You know what it is.
And I see you, man. We picked you up starting with, with doing my man Five, you know what I'm saying? And being the best at what you do. We're not gonna go there yet. You know, like I said, we're gonna take you back first and go through the testimony, man, of where you came from to where you at to where you going, bro. And it's incredible, man. I'm like truly excited about this conversation. That's why I said, bro, you got to give me the time. For me, Papa, you can't do the interview in front of no club, man. Too many
Yeah.
distractions for a brother like you. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir. Yes,
saying?
sir, my brother.
Everybody want to
Yes,
come
sir.
and say what's up, man. But yeah, man. 20 years of YNVS, man. So we're gonna rewind, really, really take it all the way back, man, to you as a shorty, man, coming up in the BX, man. And what was it like, bro? What type of individual were you as a kid, man, coming up in school? Were you a good kid, bad kid? What were you, bro?
Well, you know, I'm originally from Brooklyn.
That's
And
right.
growing up in Brooklyn, you know, I would say I was kind of corny when I was in Brooklyn because I was into martial arts. And you know, anybody that was in karate back then, they considered you whack, like this fucking Bruce Leroy, fake ass Bruce Lee nigga. So you know, back when I was in Brooklyn, they know me as Karate Man because I used to walk around with karate suits, like for real. Like that was my uniform. I used to wear it Friday, Saturday,
Hold on. So you was
Sunday.
kung fu fighting?
Yeah, man. Like I was die hard. I used to study ninjutsu, so I was that. You know, I was carrying stars, fucking little bombs, to make myself disappear.
A little smoke
You know what I
bomb.
mean? Yeah, man. And then then the crack ever hit. And then that destroyed my family. And then they put me in the group home in the Bronx on Castle Hill. Then they put
And
me.
what
Then
I
they
don't
put me in the
want to
group home in
delve
the
in
Bronx.
deep, man, but what occurred, man, that got you there?
Well, it was, crack came and destroyed my family. My mom, became a big drug abuser. My aunt, my uncles, like crack really, ended my family. And one day when I was in school, SSI, they came and picked up me and my sisters from Brooklyn and they took us to the Bronx. And they moved me to Castle Hill. They moved my sisters to Queens and one in Far Rockaway, so they split us up. So that's when I got into dance. Well, I was dancing when I was in Brooklyn, but then I picked up more dancing and martial arts when I went to the Bronx. Because I'm from Brooklyn, so I came to the Bronx with my Brooklyn shit. You know what I mean? You know how that shit is. Oh, this nigga's from
How
Brooklyn.
was that? How was that for you? And how old were you at that time?
Oh wait, when I came to the Bronx, I was in junior high school, 174. What age was what's that? 13?
Yeah, yeah,
13, right? Not like
around there.
12.
Yeah, yeah, around
Yeah,
12,
like
13.
11, 12, 13. Yeah. So I was like around 12, 13 in seventh grade. They moved me to Soundview and White Plains Road. Then they moved me to Castle Hill and Lacombe. Lacombe and Castle Hill. So then I went to junior high school and I went to high school, Stevenson High School. So that's why a lot of people think I'm from the Bronx because, they know me as a young kid, 13, being in a group home in the Bronx. And I went to high school with everybody. So, I tell everybody I'm a Brooklyn Bronx nigga. They say you can't do that, but I'll say I can.
Now
They say you can
you
only
the
rep
original
one.
one. Yeah, you the one.
I said, nah, I
You
gotta
the
rep the
one.
Bronx. You know what I mean? I
And I
rep the
forget it
Bronx.
sometimes
I'm
that
from
you really
Brooklyn.
from Brooklyn because I know you from the Bronx for so many
That's
years.
right.
Like,
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying? Like many years, not 5, 6 years,
Yeah.
like 30 plus years, nigga. Like
The Bronx is my stomping ground, and I love the Bronx.
that's right. That's how we know you, man. So you in this situation as a youngin, man. You're going to school. What's going on in your mind, man? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make something of myself. I'm gonna do something, or you just gonna fuck the world.
Yeah, well, when I was in the group home, that's when it became that hunger because I didn't have my family. Like I said, drugs really wiped out my family. So I never really had that support from my family. So when I used to go back to Brooklyn on the weekend and stay with my mother, I hated it seeing her on crack, you know what I mean? Seeing her on dope, you know what I mean? Like that destroyed me. So it came to a point where I didn't even want to go back to Brooklyn because I couldn't deal with seeing my mother like that no more. And then God bless, she caught AIDS, you know what I mean? So then that really sped up her results on, her demise, So for me
Yeah,
being in the Bronx saved me because me being in Brooklyn, I was stealing, robbing, breaking into houses, doing wild little shit that little niggas do with no guidance. Like I said,
yeah,
my mother and my aunt was on drugs, so I had no supervision. We used to be outside 4, 5 in the morning. They'd be like, "Who are these little ass kids outside this late?
little badass
Who
baby
are these
kid.
kids? These kids keep stealing. Who are these kids?" And then somebody dropped a dime and called BCW, or BCW. Now it's called diapers. So
Yeah,
they called it BCW, and then they
yeah,
came and got us from school. And like I said, that saved my life, man, because that gave me structure. They put me in a group home. I had a curfew. I had rules. I had chores. You know what I mean? That's when structure came into my life because when I was in my mom, we all living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Me and my 4 sisters. You know how it is with
yeah,
families.
yeah,
We
yeah,
all
yeah.
in the
You
living
wilding
room.
out.
We all over the house.
Yeah.
So the Bronx definitely saved my life, man.
Oh, I love it, man. I'm glad to hear it, brother. So when did the drive come? Let's say, all right. They always ask like, when did you first fall in love with hip hop, man? And I try to tell people, man, if you lived in the Bronx, it kind of like engulfed you. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't a day where I could say I fell in love with hip hop, other than saying, okay, maybe when I first heard, Rappers Delight, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really was like, oh yeah, this is okay, this is that shit. I'm getting it now. You know what I'm saying? At what point did you realize you had a lot of love for hip hop and for the music just in general?
Well, I was a dancer, so that gave me the love for music because all I did was watch, EP&D dances, Big Daddy Kane dances. You know what I mean? All I did was study MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that danced, I just stayed on Video Music Box and watched, Video Music Box faithfully. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
fell in love with hip hop because I was a dancer and I loved the music and like I remember listening to the show, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick,
yeah,
and like jumping in that circle, you know what I mean, and breakdancing and battling, you know what I mean, like just that having that courage to finally jump in a circle, you know what I mean, because you scared to jump in that circle. That ain't for everybody,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean. So
yeah,
you get
bro.
that
You
courage.
gotta have some heart, man, to do that.
Yeah, you get that courage and you jump in that circle and you start popping on everybody. And they're like, oh. So that was when there was the beginning of love for hip hop, me dancing, man. You know, I really fell in love with it, and when I knew this is what I want to do, I was a dancer for an artist signed to Wild Pitch named Main One, and then he went and then he got signed to Select Records, and I became his dancer, and that's when you know he took me to Miami with him to How Can I Be Down, and
Yeah.
that
The
changed
early
my life.
'90s, right?
Yeah, yep. I was early '90s. I was 17 years old. Took me to Miami. I lost my mind, seeing beautiful women, palm trees. Remember, I'm in a group home. Remember,
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
a group
yeah.
home. I'm a Brooklyn kid, moved to the
Yeah,
Bronx.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Don't know shit. You know what I mean? Like we ride in the 6 train robbing people. We ride in a 5 train robbing people. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the Bronx balling for the night. And when they took me to Miami, that gave me a whole new perspective in life. Like, wow, we can do this for
Was that
real.
like your
It
first
made
trip out of town, like
yeah,
off the
yeah,
block?
that was my first real trip. You know what I mean? Like I used to go to like the Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
considered
Short
out of town
run.
for us. You know what I mean? That was considered out of town for us.
Yeah.
So uh, so
Or
yeah,
going to
that
Philly or
was
going upstate, man. So here you are going with an artist that got, at the time was like an independent major deal because obviously
mm-hmm.
Wild Pitch, you had Stu Fine and them, they were doing their thing when they had their deal with EMI, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And then Select, who they had there, man, and
Dub
doing what
Rock,
they were doing
Hit
at
and
the
Play.
time. Yeah. And Theo and everybody there, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So it was a time of independence, man. That at that particular time, man, where these independent labels were coming up, Profile and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, really had the market, man. So you on the road with Main One. I remember Main One very well, man. I believe that's the reason that we wound up connecting at one point.
Yeah, because we used to always see each other at showcases.
Yeah.
So all the showcases, we had to perform before each other or after each other, but we was always that chitlin circuit. We was always part of that circuit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
we was
guarantee to see Mad Dog, you guarantee to see Ghetto Child. That was us. You guarantee to see Mike Geronimo. You know what I mean?
yep,
Like
yep.
all the artists coming up. You know, OC. You know what I mean? Like King Just. You guarantee to see all these guys performing at same different venues all the time. That's where the camaraderie comes from of us seeing each other struggle.
Yeah, people don't remember that time that we was all coming up like during the Lyricist Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Anthony and everybody,
Demoraras.
the whole family over there. Yeah, or we was at Maria Davis's, you know what I'm saying, Mad Wednesdays. Like if you
Yep.
didn't see me all week, I definitely was gonna see you on Wednesday. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And we was gonna catch up and talk about it and you know what I'm saying, and figure out what we were doing, where we were going, man. And you really took it back for a minute mentioning Mike Geronimo and all that, but I'm gonna get to all of that in a minute, man. Because you and I kind of met doing a club on 233rd Street when I was
Yep.
putting out
Scandals.
cover. Huh?
Scandals.
Scandal. Damn, you remember the name? Yeah, Scandal.
Yeah,
That was
'cause
the
that's the first
joint.
time I started that. That's when I first started promoting.
Damn, that's crazy. People don't remember that shit. That was like 94 or something like that.
Yeah, that was over there by Gun Hill. 233rd, 230, yeah,
Yeah, right off
233rd.
the train line, dog.
Yep.
Right up in the L, man. And
Yeah.
that's those are like such humble beginnings, especially when I was starting to segue from dance music into more urban music and hip hop. You really helped me out in that move, man, like making that move. And that's when I got titled with Ahmed, and started running with I and all that and doing what I was doing and paying attention more as opposed to running the streets and, running street campaigns, things of that nature, man. But I watched you, man. So what did you learn through that process with Main One, man? Like, I know that you went from being his dancer to then being his manager and all that, and booking his dates and negotiating his deals and so on and so forth. So I watched that transition. You feel what I'm saying? What was that time like for you, man? And that was the early '90s.
Well, it was hard because there was no money. You know what I mean? Like you're doing it on just love, like, on the strip of hip hop because again, you love hip hop. So there was no money. I wasn't getting money. I wasn't getting paid to go on tour with them, and I didn't know the business then. You know what I mean? Like he used to tell me, "Yo, we need money for a lawyer." I wasn't signed. You know what I mean? But I'm giving him money for a lawyer. Yo, we been going on tour. We need money for this, and I'm chipping in, not knowing that nigga, this is your deal, nigga. And
Yeah.
I'm a young buck. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? I could say he was jerking me, today. You know what I mean? Because I know better now. But it was the grind and the love of everything, man. I just did it because I loved it and I believed in him. So whatever he said, I just rode with it. You know what I mean? And I told everybody back then, I didn't start my day until he told me what we was gonna do with about his day. So if he
Right.
tell me, yo, I'm not doing nothing, then I start my own thing. But if not, my life was revolved around him.
Now you was loyal, man. That I will say, man. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? Like with me with Cub when we was running around and
Yeah.
doing our thing together, man, and staying collective in what we did, man. And you stayed diligent to who you are and what you do. That's what I love about you, bro. Because I never seen you stray away from the motion. You feel me? Like you've always understood your position. You feel what I'm saying? And I watched your growth, man. Even coming from there, like what was the movement after Main One? Like, what was the next?
Well, that's when shampoo started. You know what I mean? Like
That's when Papi
that's
Champu
when
came to life.
yeah, because he woke up one day and said, "Yo, I don't want to do this shit no more." He was just having another kid, and he was like, "Yo, I don't even remember, you know, my kid's birth. We was always on the road. Like, I don't remember my son growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that with my second son. I don't want
Right,
to do this no more." And again, remember, my life revolves around him. So when he quit, remember, he always had a job. Like even though he was doing hip hop shit, that nigga had a 9 to 5. So after we go to the studio, Chuck King, and we get home at 4 in the morning, he's taking a shower, sleeping for 2 hours, and going to work. Every faithfully. You know what I mean? So he had stability. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So when he decided to give up and not do this no more, it just shattered my world, my life. Because I was like, how? Why? Like, why would you do this to me? You know what I mean? Like, all I did was
right.
believe in you. All I did was put my whole life into you, and you just gonna just give up.
You
That's
gonna
it.
walk away.
He just gave up and said, I don't want to do it no more. So I stopped talking to him for like a year. You know what I mean? Because it was devastating. Like we were still cool, but I really, we had nothing in common anymore. Every time I speak to him about music, all he did was down talk music. Ah, that shit is trash. Oh, there ain't no money in music. So it became a time where I couldn't even really speak to him no more because nigga, I really love this shit. You quit. I ain't quit. You quit. So what happened was I thought I was
What,
doing
what was the
parties.
pivot? What was the pivot moment?
The pivot moment was I was doing parties already, and I was doing club dramas in Jersey every Thursday. It was a big #1
I,
party
re-
in
I
Jersey.
remember in Jersey. Yeah, yeah, that was
Yep.
a good night too. I went
Yeah.
there
So
a
I
couple
had
times, got fucked up.
Yeah, so I had that, and I was always doing foxes in Jersey also. So I was doing parties. Then one day Theo Brown comes in,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Real quick before you get into Theo, man, how did you wind up doing clubs from being in 33rd in the Bronx to winding up in Jersey? Because you was
well, there
deep
was
in
a
Jersey. You had the homies out there.
yeah, hell yeah, because I moved, again. Well, fast forward. After they kicked me out the group home, I was 17 years old. I was getting 17 years old. They kicked me out the group home. I had nowhere to go. Again, I don't want to go back to Brooklyn because my family is going through it with drugs. Like 4 or 5 people in one bedroom, there's crack everywhere. Like I couldn't even. Like I remember my mother, me sleeping, my mother robbing me, like patting me down and taking my money, and me not to say nothing. I just act like I was sleeping. I let her take it. You know what I'm saying?
That's your
So
mom, man. Yeah.
yeah, like what I mean, there's nothing I could do. I already knew she was lost. Like she used to walk barefooted, like the real drug abuser out there, looking crazy. So at that time there was a guy named Tio. I used to go to summertime every summer. I used to go to Yonkers to stay with my father. Then I moved to Yonkers, and then I rekindled with a lot of people I grew up with. And there was a guy that I was rocking with named Tio. He was like, "Yo, I'm doing parties, man. You know a lot of
Is that
people.
Theo
You
Brown?
know." No, that's Gio, that's Flash, Giolani.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
You know what I mean? So he comes to me and say, "Yo, I'm doing this spot in the first we do a spot in Yonkers. We do some shit with Good Time, the promote out there, and I'm starting to get my bones and back in the room. Then he said, "Yo, I got a spot in New York. Do this together." Then we went to Kansas, and that's when they really started with the promo. And then I kept going, I kept doing that. Then I started. Then I got. Then I was doing club dramas in Jersey, and then Gungi Rivera, his man Gio, bumped into me in the
Gio, I
club and
forgot
said,
about
"Yo."
Gio, man. Shout out Gio.
So Gio, he worked for Prestige. That's Gungi Rivera. He comes to me and says, "Yo, I see you got Jersey popping. You think your crowd will follow you into New York City?" I said, "Yeah, hell yeah." And they just changed the law that Jersey clubs are supposed to do at 2 a.m. So he
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, why don't you bring your party to Roombas afterwards?"
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
uh.
And
Tell,
that's
tell,
when I
about,
started.
tell my listeners real quick about that club, man, that you talking about.
Roombas is dangerous. Roombas is dangerous. If you ain't have no heart or know somebody, you do not belong in there because you was gonna get robbed inside or outside. It was dangerous. It
Walking
was
in,
right across the
walking
street
out,
from the
or being
project.
inside.
Even inside, they robbed me. They catch
Yeah.
you at the bathroom. Like it was a dangerous place. It's right across the street from Mount Eden Project. So you can imagine they got the guns across the street. So trust me, they was catching niggas going to the parking lot to get their car. It's around the corner and it's dark. So it was a very dangerous place. But
Yeah.
me, I've always had courage and heart, and I always came to the club by myself because nobody wanted to come to that party. Like, what Roomba? Fuck out of here, nigga. That shit is dangerous. So then Jersey started coming though. Jersey just started to fuck with it because they let you smoke in there. You know what I mean? The bottles are cheap. The bottles are the
Right.
niggas taking Alizé. You know what I
Right.
mean? You get a bottle of Remy and a bottle of Alizé for $300 in Goofy parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now one bottle is fucking 500 now. So back then
Exactly.
you get two bottles for 300 back in the day.
That's right.
So then I started, that's when I crossed over from Jersey to New York with Goofy. Then I started doing everything Goofy, Latin Quarters,
Yeah, bro. Broadway
China
96,
Club, Club
China Club,
Med.
that boy. Yep.
You know what I mean? I started doing all the parties with him. And that's when I started going into the Latin world with Goofy.
So you was clicking off, man. Like you going in that direction. John is now going into, I know John from Castle Hood. That's my little brother. I
That's
love him
right.
to death, man.
Nah,
God bless him.
that's the original promoter.
Yeah. When he was in the original, man, from the project, nigga.
When
We
he
was
was
doing
you remember him when he was a DJ.
Yeah.
Because
I used to
remember
pick him up to go to
Sal,
dig. I used to pick him up to go to gigs
yeah,
at
you
the high
remember
school.
Sal put him on. Sal put him on. Sal was it
Yeah.
Sal Pizarro or Sal? I think
Shout
no,
out
no,
Vitello.
Sal. That one right there. Yep. He's the one that put
Yeah.
him on.
Yeah, man. And then John wound up owning clubs, man. That was a beautiful time, man. And then he wound up getting with Polito Vega and wound up doing Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like all the mega fests and all of that as we were transitioning into doing that, man. And I'm glad you brought that up because those are times that I forget, you know what I'm saying? Like through all that we've been through and everything, man. And I still stay in contact with John, because I love what he's
Yeah.
doing, God
Hold
bless
on.
his son and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That he lost through everything he's doing, man. But I forget that you was there doing that during that time, bro. And that was a real exciting time,
Yeah.
in transitioning of Latin music, and coming from where we came from to doing the Latin stuff. Because I did my own thing going to Island Latin and all of that. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, that was a Ellis Pacheco, shout out Ellis, man. Like that was a real exciting time, man. So now you're doing clubs with Gungi, man, and you're doing major events because
Right.
let's be honest,
So
John
now,
didn't do nothing but. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He had,
So now Theo Brown, that I knew from Select, that was the A&R. He comes to Club Drama, and I had that party popping. AJ Martinez is there. Fat Joe is there. He's like, yo, you Latin? I'm like, yeah, Puerto Rican. He's like, you speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah, I speak Spanish. Yo, I just signed this. I'm at TBC. I just signed a new artist. He's from Florida. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name is Pitbull. You ever heard of him? I'm like, nah, I never heard of him. He was like, yeah, this artist named Little John just signed something, and he's our first artist, and I need your help. I want to bring him to all the Latin clubs. So,
Yeah.
I want to hire you. Come to the
Yeah.
office, and you know what I mean, and build with him. And that's when I first made the transition from the clubs, and now I'm starting to work records. Now I'm starting to take the artists out. You know what I mean? That's when it happened, and it's salute to Theo Brown. He was the one that gave me the original shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I love Theo,
And
man.
then from
I knew him from Select, and I watched him grow as well, man. We're gonna have him on the show real soon too. We've been talking about it, you know. Theo Theo's part of my history as well. You know what I'm saying? From Select to Henchman Days to Ahmed to you know to being over at Blunt TVT and everything that I did over there during my Henchman Days. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you mentioned Mike and Flush and all that, which we ain't not gonna get into yet, man, but that was an exciting time with Steve Gottlieb, man, and my man Big Teach, you know what I'm saying? Who we're about to have him on the show as well. My brother Big Teach, you know what I'm saying? Everything that he's doing. Still stay, you know, I still stay in contact with older OGs, man. No matter where I go, bro. Like I'm never gonna leave y'all behind. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
We family for real because the stories are long, bro. Like if we really wanted to, we could be sitting down for 2-3 hours
Very
having
good.
conversations about where we've been and what we've done. You know what I'm saying, Champ? But that was a good time at Blunt TBT. So now, you know, Chico pops off with the culo, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he
Yep.
got a big record now, and
And,
he's touring and he's blowing up, man. What's your position looking like at this time? And were
well,
you
right now
working with Eric?
I'm
Were you
just
there when Eric got there and everything? Eric Paula?
yeah. Well, Eric Paula was there.
And
Tone Capone was
Pills was
there.
there, right? Pills,
Yep. Tone
Sean
Capone was
Bolden.
there. Bill was there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. The whole turn. That's when I met the turntable assassin. You know what I mean? That's when they all. You know what I mean? And then while I'm
That's when
working
it
at
all came
TBC,
together.
yeah, while I'm working at TBC, um, uh, T5, that is was our manager when we was on Select Records. He comes to me and says, "Yo, you're doing a great job with TBC. I see you in the clubs. Have you ever worked with reggae?" I said, "Nah." He said, "Well, I'm a part of a new company called Green Sleeve, and
Oh,
I want you to help me bring the vinyl into the clubs. We have a new rhythm called Egyptian." So he's like, you in the club, come get 5 or 6 boxes, and your job is to get these records to the DJs in the club. So that's when the real introduction of me now, getting another account from TBT. Now we got Green Sleeve Records. People don't even know what Green Sleeve is. They didn't even know where to get the rhythm from. So when I used to give them the rhythms,
Greenleaf
they
was
used to
that
go
shit,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. That's where the came from. That's where Kulo came from. That's
Yeah,
where a lot of
yeah,
the rhythms came from. That
yeah. That's
Egyptian
where the
rhythm.
original dub place came from.
So I became hot because I was the only nigga giving out these vinyls. So everybody's like, "Yo, get it from this nigga named Shampoo. Get it from Shampoo. Yeah, you know the promoter Shampoo. Get it from him." So now niggas is passing my number around like, yo, you got that new Egyptian rhythm? I need that. Yo, I need that. So now niggas is needing me to get the vinyl. I'm going to the club,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now
yeah. They need that
I'm
rhythm.
pulling swing. And then they came to me and said, "Yo, I got another project that we really need your help in the Latin community. Have you heard of Evie Queen?" I said,
Yeah,
"The Evie Queen?" It was like,
yeah.
"Yeah." And
The
we
goddess.
have this other artist called Mexicano. He got an
Yeah,
album called 777.
that
And
was
I was
my
like, "Nah,
man.
never."
God bless, bro.
God bless him. Fuji,
That
yeah,
was
man.
my
Mucho.
man, Puerto Rico's finest, bro. That was the
Yeah,
real
man.
first
So,
dude to really mess the worlds, man. And I met him through Mad Lion, man. God bless, bro. Like, oh man, kind of was that motherfucker, bro.
nigga,
They
that
don't
was,
even know, and
he,
it's crazy because
they don't
nobody
even
even talks
know.
on him.
No,
He in
nobody
Puerto
even
Rico, they
understand what he
do.
was. Yeah, oh no, he's the Jay-Z of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's a legend, bro. Because he's really like everybody could talk about what they talk about now, and You
He was
know,
a
no
drug addict,
disrespect to
all this
Nori
other
and all
shit.
that, man, but that was Mexicano that was combining the world, man, the hip hop and reggaeton back then, bro.
Yep.
Real talk.
His
You
beef
know what
was
I'm saying?
so hard. His beef, and then he was in jail, so they hired me. He called me personally to tell me thank you because he heard all the work I'm putting in. Like I got teams walking around with picket signs. I got trucks moving in the street, wrap vehicles of the space. You know what I mean? And he's in jail. He's like, yo,
Yeah,
papito,
yeah, yeah. I remember.
corazón. He's like, yo, te quiero mucho, papi, te quiero mucho. Gracias por todo, papi. I'm like, oh shit. This is like Puffy calling my phone
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
the,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? At that time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm like,
At that
oh
level,
shit.
yeah, yeah. He was really
And he,
like,
you know, this is,
damn. And you're
you know what
talking
I mean?
about the two
So,
biggest men at that time, Mexicano and Evie Queen. Like
yeah, and
Evie
Evie
Queen,
Queen
like
was
for
the one
people
that
that
called
don't
me.
know, Evie Queen just did Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Like she is that.
And big up, you know what I mean? 'Cause, you know, she put in so much work, and that was good that that artist put on that road with her, man. I forgot his fucking name, the big artist that everybody love right now. You know, man, the nigga that be dressing crazy. They don't know if he's scared straight. He's Puerto Rican too, from the island.
Yeah. So at that time, you're doing that, and you know what's crazy, man? Because you wasn't doing it like now, like 20,
Right.
25 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like now, it's cool to do that. You know what I'm saying? You see
Right.
James Kruger,
Right.
his son now, and everybody's in that world. Like trying to push their way in and shit. And we was there at the beginning doing 116th Street Festival, man. Shout out Calvin and Jerry. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
I, I,
Puerto
I,
Rican
I
Day
still
Parade. Shout out
I
June.
still
I was
rock
doing
with
the
them.
Coca-Cola flow for 10 years, man.
Yep, I still rock with them. They still make sure I get on the float. They still make sure my son is perform. So Jerry and Calvin, those are my guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But you was doing it when it wasn't like now, man. Like, like when it was talking about we had the Latin explosion and it was just like Mark Anthony, Jennifer Lopez, you know what I'm saying, and Ricky Martin, and it wasn't really like it is now, bro. Like we number one. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
man.
saying?
And Evie Queen was the one that really hired me for Mexicano because they hired me for Evie Queen, and then she was like, "Nah, papi, yo, I need you for Mexicano. What you want? Jail." And then the company was like, "Okay, Evie Queen said we gotta hire you, so produce Evie Queen." He was the one that put that in motion for me, and
That's
then
fire.
she was
That's
the
fire.
one
You
that I
still
did
rock
her
one to these
promo.
days?
I haven't seen her, but whenever I seen her, like I bumped into her like 4 years ago. Like she was walking at it was like somewhere crazy, security, everybody was going crazy. And I said, bendición, mami. She looked over and said, cabrón, ven aquí. She gave me a
It
hug.
sound like her too.
She gave, she gave me a hug and a kiss. Yo, te quiero mucho, papi. Yo, I love you. I love you, papi. I love you. I just, humbly just said, thank you. I love you. Thank you for just coming over here and stopping to come say hello to me. Like, you're the queen, my nigga. Like, damn. You still remember me?
That's something else, bro. That's like Beyonce for us.
Yep. And she
Like they don't
stopped and
get
was
it.
like, yo, Shampoo, I love you, Shampoo, I love you. And I was like, wow, I mean, even Pitbull. I remember I saw Pitbull like 5 years ago. He stopped and came to the bars and chilled and hung out with me at the bar. He was like, nah, I don't want to be in VIP. I want to be with you, Shampoo. And
Yeah.
then everybody came over there. Then he's buying shots for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, you know Pitbull? And I'm like, yeah, I know
They
Pitbull.
don't know.
This is my friend.
It's my
This is my
friend.
friend.
It's a Chico.
But
So I just take
that's
Chico up to fucking the Heights and everything, to Washington Heights, because that's where most of his homies was at, up in the Heights, and we used to
yeah.
go up there. And he was with the fam all the way up there, man. It's so crazy about that time, man, and how good that time was, man, and to know that you had your hands in that, you know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, that's what they cannot take away from us, where we actually been.
That was a great day, man, to give up to do the promo for Mexicano while he was locked up, and God bless him, and he passed it. It was definitely for the black community.
They don't even know, man. And at that time, we didn't have the accessibility that we have now in terms of social media and all that, bro. I tell people, you know how many boxes when I worked at Warner Brothers or Priority or whatever, man, how many disposable boxes I used to take every week Tommy Boy, bro. I used to come back with a bag of 20 every week, man, and be like, here, and now I go, damn, I wish I would have had them pictures. I got some
Hell yeah.
shit.
It's probably in your archive somewhere.
It's somewhere, somebody got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Tom Silverman might have it stored somewhere, like all them photos. Because somebody
So they're
did it, you know,
fat.
Island Black, same thing, man. So, all right, so now you at Blunt TVT, you getting these accounts, right? Fast forward a little bit, man. You
Now,
start
Theo.
YMBS, right?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Theo leaves PVC and he goes to Def Jam. So now
right.
Theo goes to Def Jam and says, yo, I'm taking my whole team with me. We leaving TVC. I'm like, what? Why? He said, yo, I got a new position at Def Jam. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm taking everybody with me. So he took me, Young Sav, Steve-O, Sarah, like the dream team that's out now. The big executives, they all came from Theo, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tim Glover, they all came from under Theo Brown, man. That nigga has a great eye of scouting talent. You know what I mean? And he scouted the best niggas that's in the game right now.
But
So
but you remember Theo left for a minute when he went to Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, he took a time out. I told me sometimes you gotta break away, man, to
Yeah, that's
come
what he
back.
was
And he
going
came
through.
back like a beast.
Yeah, he was going. He was going through his own problems with his family. So then he
Yeah.
goes to Def Jam. He's like, yo, they just signed this guy. We got to put these damn snowman boards up. Snowman, what the fuck is that? He's like, yeah, they just signed this guy named Young Jeezy. They just signed this girl named Rihanna. They just signed this guy named Neo. They signed a new nigga from New York called Joel Santana. And we got to put these fucking boards everywhere. And they still got Red and Meth. They got Ghostface, Spit Scales album. And they're like, here. Theo's like, here, you're gonna be the nigga that run this shit. Just make me look good. And Summer Jam was coming up, so he's like, yo, I need you to go crazy for Summer Jam. We need to make an impact. So he gave me a budget. I rented a hotel on 1 and 9, and then I had my team. I didn't have a team at that time. It was just me, my brother, Droopy, and one more person. And I told him I had like 10 people, and I didn't have a team yet.
But you work
All I
like
did
10
was
people.
right. So all I did was buy 2 shopping carts, right? And I took all the poster boards and I took it to the hotel. And we prepped all the poster boards and then we stacked them all in the shopping cart and then we started hitting 1 and 9. So we put the poster boards all the way to the damn. This is before you can't do that shit now. We put them shit
Nah,
on
nah,
the
nah, nah. You
highway.
gonna get fined like a motherfucker.
Nigga, you don't get fired. You're gonna go to jail with all the cameras on the highway,
All that
everything.
shit,
You're gonna be on the news, everything.
It ain't like General
You know
back
what I
in the
mean?
day on the West Side Highway, nigga.
Yeah, they got cameras on the highway now. It's over. So,
Yeah.
we killed that fucking whole 1 and 9, all the whole turnpike all the way to the MetLife Stadium. And then Angie Martinez, when she was on Hot 97, she was like, hey, if you don't know where to go, follow the Def Jam posters.
Yeah.
That was it. Everybody was like, who the fuck put them posters up? Because we started at 3 in the morning. We didn't
Yeah,
stop
that's the
till
way you're supposed to.
we didn't stop till 7 a.m. And then we had to be there at 11 a.m. So we had to come back, take a shower, and then get to where we had to get to.
And then go do the hand in hand.
And then set up inside and keep it going for the let in and the let out.
Yeah.
And that's when my name took off because everybody was complimenting Theo like, yo, y'all killed that shit. The label was complimenting him like, yo, great job. And he was like, yo, fool, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Yo, I got some more money for you. I'm gonna give you a bonus. And that's when it all started, man. That's when everybody was like, who the fuck is doing these poster boards, bro? This fucking Snowman and it's Rick Ross, because Rick Ross just got signed with Hustling. We had Rick Ross shit going everywhere, Rihanna shit. Joel Santana.
Man, you was doing Buster, I remember, right? You was doing Buster, Nori,
Yep. Everybody.
Kanye,
Then it came to the point where I had every account because I was beating every street team to every event. So the labels was like, yo, let's just hire this fucking guy, bro. He keep beating y'all. Y'all keep every time I come, Def Jam shit is everywhere. We losing. I'm not losing no more. Y'all making me look bad. we're just gonna hire this guy. Then it came to a point where I had 7 accounts, 9 accounts, and it was all the labels. And that's when my name started ringing because not only I was doing street team, I was still going into clubs and working the records.
I
So
was
that
gonna
was
say you were
different.
still servicing records out, you know what I'm saying, and you had your team doing hand-to-hand distribution, you know what I'm saying. You was doing the snipe campaigns, the poster campaigns. Oh, I know, bro. You know, I was out there, so I know who my competition was until I left.
Yep.
And I
That's right.
started
That's
this
right.
shit, nigga, Uptown Records,
That's right.
baby.
Nah, yeah,
All
I was
right.
out there. You,
As
Rob,
Super Mario, that's when Super Mario bowed out.
yeah,
I
Rob
bowed
Love.
out. Everybody started to go up, like the Chris Greens, the
No, y'all all
Gabby.
went inside. All of y'all went inside.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
all
yeah.
got
We
it.
became inside workers,
Yeah,
office work.
everybody got it. Everybody got executive positions.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And you were still killing them though, bro.
And
You
then
was
you know,
collecting all the checks.
yeah, man. And then that's when I realized, like, and then I started seeing the revolving doors in the industry. How he'll get the job next month, 5 months later they fire him because we're not making no money. We're getting rid of this department. So that just started scaring me
Right.
of like really going
And the
into
label
building.
started consolidating during that time as
Yep.
well, man. So a lot of people, even like now with Universal, and we'll talk about that at the end. But you know, we've been through that process, man. As Polygram was buying out this label, that label, and everything, you know, started getting uniformed in one building. You know, Universal. Now you want a Universal, you want a BMG, you want a Sony, and you want a Polygram building. That's your stock. There wasn't too many. Everything else was getting bought out,
Yep.
and they were
And that's
downsizing.
when
So
it was
what
the
was your
beginning.
thought process at that time? Like, what was going through your mind? Like, yo, what you had to do?
Well, at that time, I'm on full mode trying to take every account. So I'm like now I'm headhunting. So if I know there's an event that it's your party, I'm beating you there on purpose. So if I know you're gonna get there at 9, I'm there at 5, and
Yeah,
then I'm doing everything all around, every left turn, right turn, garbage cans, poles, trees. I'm putting this shit everywhere. Places you're not even thinking about putting the shit. I'm
yeah.
annoying everybody because they like, how the fuck they climb up there? Yo, they put the shit on a fence. What the fuck? How they even climb up there? So I
Oh no,
started doing
when
shit.
we used to do the street lights, the
Yep,
hangover.
yep,
They're
yep,
like,
all that
you go
shit.
down Lexington Ave, every fucking light has a poster board hanging from the light over. They're like, how the fuck you got? Don't worry about that. We did it.
Yep. And
we
that's when
became we
everybody was
became
like, yo, let me
creative.
hire him. And that's when it became like, yo, they just give him the account. And then a lot of the executives that was going in the building because I ran them out. I ran them out the street. So they was like, we
You
ain't
ran
fucking
us
with
off
this
the
guy.
street. Yeah, you ran us off the street. Let's say it
Yo,
right.
there was so many guys. I could name like 12 people that was doing street teams and now they big executives. And God bless them because of our relationship. They hired me today. Till today.
Yeah,
They was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
nah, if I'm gonna hire anybody, it's this nigga that fucking told me to go inside. I'm hiring him because if it wasn't because of him, I would have still been outside. He's the nigga that forced me to go back in, go in the building.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They were scared to go against you at that point.
Yeah,
You know, it's funny because when I think about you, I also think about Lex Promotions, Miami.
that's my brother.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I just watched him go from, you know, being my little club dude, giving out flies, to becoming the beast that he is today. You know what I'm saying?
That's my brother right there. Yep.
Yeah. And y'all remind me of each other because y'all stay consistent to that work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
And
And
doing it.
and and he had to respect me too because Def Jam sent me to Miami, and I had to prove to him, nigga, you're not doing it right. He's like, yo, you can't do that on South Beach. We doing it. Like,
Yo,
yo,
you
bro,
remember we
you're
used
gonna
to
go
get
to
the
jail.
fines? Yo, you remember we used to get the fines and the label be like, oh, you got a $10,000 fine? Be like, oh, damn. They be like, no, that's good, man. Keep,
That's
keep
good. That
I
shows
be
that
like,
you did your
hold on.
job.
Y'all want me to get fined? Yeah, that means you're doing a good job.
Yeah, they're showing that you're doing the job. You're working. But that was my
Yeah,
brother, man. It still is. You know, that's my brother right there, man. I
yeah,
hire
yeah.
him. He hires me. You know what I mean? Like that's my aim right there.
So let me ask you a question, man. So now you transitioning from being that street dude, right? You starting to make these relationships. You got a great relationship with Nori, right? I don't know if I'm jumping too far because you know it's like, yo, to be honest with you, bro, you just really took over that game. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle. that lifestyle marketing game. You know what I'm saying? As Steve Rifkin coined it back in the day. You know, went from being guerrilla to being lifestyle marketing experts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Brand ambassadors. You know, I see now you work in multiple brands as well, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. But so you at this point, and you seen everybody getting out and segueing out, and you're like, bro, I'm gonna stay strong to this. I'm gonna hold every account. I've watched you do. I've seen everybody shout you off from Fat Joe to DJ Khaled to to everybody, man, to Nori all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's your brother. I know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How
that's
does
my
how does
brother.
how does that make you feel in terms of what you're doing, and at what point do you realize like, yo, I'm really like at the top of my game? You know, I know that you've been with Def Jam for 14 years, but I know you really been with Def Jam longer than that. You feel what I'm saying? That's just on the books for 14 years. You feel what I'm saying? That I do know. Cause I'm like, I'm telling people this nigga been with Def Jam for like 20 fucking years, man. I mean, I was back in the days with Rob Love and Mike Kaiser and all of that. You know, that's Julie Greenwald. Like that's my time. You know what I'm saying? And then as y'all transitioned and took over, man, and then Sam Crespo went over there, it's my brother Crest, came over from Tommy
Great guy.
Boy. Everybody transitioning to different places, whether it's Chris Atlas, and all of us, Chris Green, everybody just transitioning now into different positions. BR, I'm just watching everybody. EP, look where, EP wound up, and I watched him, get his feet wet over at Blunt TVT as well, when they had the crew over there. And I literally had to come over when Sean called me up and was like, yo, what you doing? I said, bro, I'm getting out this shit. Man, look, Eric Parler, everybody left, Pills left, everybody went over to Def Jam, man. I was like, and then after the time that Brian Leach was leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said, what you need, bro? So he had me working Yin Yang Twins. I was working Yo Gotti. I was working
Keisha Moses,
what's them girls? She like to
Keisha
win
Moses,
that shit.
Jackie O, Jackie
Yeah,
O.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did Jackie. That was Teddy's girl, you know. But it was such a great time, man. And I came over with Sean. At that point, what were you doing? Like, what's been going through your mind in terms of transitioning out, man? And we could even start moving on to, like you doing your new deal, you being at Def Jam all these years, you working all these projects. As a matter of fact, let me rewind just a little bit, man. How did you wind up? I know you've been with Nori for a lot of years. Nori got a lot of love and respect for you. You know what I'm saying? That's like you said, that's your brother. That's evident. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. I seen it in the shout out he gave you the other day, which I thought was great. You know what I'm saying? That's how you honor your brothers. You feel what I'm saying? How did you get into the position of doing the Smoke Champs? And where we at now with the Smoke Champs, man? I know that's the sisters, branch off of Drink Champs and all that. And look how big Drink Champs has become, man. Who would ever thought, man? I shout out my brother EFN too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Um,
that relationship started when he dropped Oye Mi Canto. Because, of course, I was at Def Jam, and then they moved him out of Def Jam to Rock La Familia. And then they told me, yo, you got to go upstairs to Rock La Familia and sit down with OG1 and Jazz Pole. And I'm like, for what? They were like, you got to go help them do Nori doing a Latin album. And they also signed Hector El Bambino, and they signed this guy from Houston called Aztec. So we need you to go upstairs and
so
you,
it
you
brought you
know the
back to
Latin,
your roots.
yeah, you know the Latin market, you know the guys, we need you to go upstairs and fuck with them. So I go up there to OG1, he's excited, great dude, tells me, yo, I need you to light the shit up for me. They
Was
gave me
Jose was
everything I needed.
Jose up there at the time? Jose Carter?
Nah, the only people that was there, it probably was, but I
Remember little
only knew
Jose,
it was.
little Dominican Jose?
Yeah. Matter of fact, he was there. That's right, Jose was there. So I forgot about Jose. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there.
Who you
Murder
think who
was
you think
there.
brought him over there?
That's what's up. Yeah, Jose. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah. So yeah, that was the beginning, man. And then me and Nori just started, built a ball from there, doing all his street shit. And the difference is between me and everybody else is that I'm hands on. I don't have to do this shit. I don't have to be out there, but I love this shit. I like doing it. I do it because I like doing it. So I put up the posters myself. Sometimes the guys are busy, no problem. I got a shopping cart. I do this shit myself. I get some money. You know, I'm paying you $1,000. You don't want to do it? No problem. I'll do this to myself. No problem. So, you know, people respected that, seeing me out there by myself doing this shit like, yo, this nigga's the boss and he's really outside handing out the flyers
Yeah, yeah,
himself. He's really
yeah.
outside putting up the posters himself. Yo, I
Mhm.
respect this nigga. And that's where the respect came from, where, you know, I'm outside, you know, putting in that work, and then I go inside and I get a table too, right next to your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
when I
yeah,
do it,
yeah.
I bring
I'm gonna
my
buy a
team
bottle
inside.
too.
Yeah, and I bring my team inside, and that's why they respected me. After we work, I get a table and I bring my team inside and I let them drink. You know what I mean? Because I remember the times of me coming up and they used to just leave me outside, and I didn't like that feeling. So I always remember that shit. So whenever I'm doing an account, I tell my guys, all right, come on, y'all finished? And come on, we're gonna put this shit inside. Now y'all come inside to eat, y'all come inside to drink. They never used to do that to me. They used to be like, you're supposed to be outside. Why are you inside? Nigga, it's cold and there's nothing to do outside. There's nobody out here. Why am I still out here? So now that's why I treat my team like family. If I eat, they eat. If I'm drinking, they drink. We gonna work, but you know what I mean? After that, nigga, we gonna eat, we gonna drink, we gonna have a good time, man. Y'all coming inside, you know what I mean? Yo, everybody put your change your clothes. You know what I mean? Yo, here's shirts, put your shirts on. Come on, we're going inside. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And that's why niggas respect it. Like, nah, I fuck with that nigga, man. That nigga take care of the team. He move with his team. You know, he don't just leave them niggas outside. He makes sure they good. He makes sure they eat. And everybody eats with me. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, that's facts, man. That's why people fuck with you the way they do, man, and your team has stayed loyal throughout the
Yep.
years, man. Like you got a lot of the same people that I know personally that been with you throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And they won't leave your side because they know that you don't leave nobody outside.
Nah,
You are
man. I
like a
take
real
care of
loyal
my.
motherfucker. Like I always say, to a fault. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Like
To a
I
fault,
pay
man.
my people what
That's
they're
a good
worth,
thing.
man. I know what it is to be outside, so I know that feeling. So when they outside, I come outside with them. So if I'm outside putting the poster boards, my nigga, that means you gotta work twice as hard, and they can't fuck with me. So they be like, nigga, why you don't gotta put the poster boards? Why you outside? I'm like, yeah, nigga, that niggas is in trouble now. They
You
like,
got to go
fuck.
twice as hard as me.
Yep, and they hate it because they know I'm a double work overwork, and they be like, oh
Yeah,
man, we ain't going home tonight, y'all.
yeah. That was like me, Teddy T back in the days. I always got a joke, man. Like you would send out a street team of 10 people, and me and Teddy go out there at 4 o'clock in the morning, smoke blunts. But matter of fact, we had competitions. Whoever gets down the block first, rolls the next blunt. You know what I'm saying? Me and the
Yep.
wild man, Teddy T. And you know, they used to think that we had a team of 6, 7 motherfuckers, man, and it was just me and T. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? Putting the shit up flag style, baby. Like nobody know about that, man. You know, like that's that real work. You know what I mean? But the
Yep.
beauty of it
And
is what I always
and
loved
and
was
and keep in
when I would
mind,
see it done. When you see it like done, it's such a beautiful thing to look at. Am I lying?
like people also respect it because they know, like that's $5,000. That's $7,500 to put some shit up. That shit ain't fucking $50. So yeah, I'm putting them shits up. And motherfuckers don't get fucking $7,500 for a week work. Who's paying you that in real life? Nobody. Niggas don't get $7,500 in 3 months. And niggas is paying me for that shit for 1 week of work. You crazy. I'm
Yeah,
putting the posters up, man. You know what I mean? I'm outside in the rain. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm getting 500. I'm getting 5,000. I'm getting 10,000. What do you think I'm out here for? You think I'm out here because we getting $5 an hour? Nah, man. So I break bread with my people. My people come outside and make $300 for 1 hour. Yo, I need
yeah,
y'all niggas to hold this up. Yeah, the budget is 1,000. I'm keeping fucking 300. I'm gonna bust it down. I'm gonna bust the rest down with y'all niggas. All right, yo, here, $200 a man. Y'all niggas just gotta be out here for 30 minutes. Word, nigga, anybody would do that. Niggas don't get $200 a day in real life.
hell no.
Nobody,
Where?
niggas ain't getting two hundred
Hold on,
dollars
hold
for
on. It's
half an
tax
hour.
free and tax
Where
free.
cash? Crazy.
Cash?
That doesn't happen. Niggas ain't
Nigga, I'm
doing
coming.
that.
I'm coming back, chef. I'm coming back.
So that's why I stayed out here because I realized, like, nigga, I don't gotta fucking go inside the building. Of course, you want the insurance and of course the corporate credit card. But you know what I'm saying? But the money's great. God bless. You know what I'm saying? And
And you
that's
know
why I
they
do
they,
it.
they ain't no insurance outside. It was just proven just now. There's no
Yep.
insurance. So yo,
So
so 14 years now with Def Jam, right? Actively as the lifestyle manager,
Hey,
national
boss, do you have a
lifestyle
charger?
manager, right?
Unfortunately, I do not, but you can check with the host in the front. I'm trying to get the
Yeah.
charger. I forgot to bring mine. Yeah, and I'm just gonna.
So right. So yo, 14 years with Def Jam actively. You worked with every major label in the business. You worked with pretty much every major artist that's out now. You feel what I'm saying? You touched them on one level or another. You know what I'm saying? Because they shot you out, man. So fast forward, right? Nori comes, Drink Champs is huge. He offers his opportunity to you to what? To do what with Smoke Champs?
To produce the show. Well, I came to him. I came to him and told him, because I used to see free rolls of smoke chants on the table, and I'd be like, yo, what is smoke chants? He was like, nah, that's this cannabis company that EFN is fucking with. I was like, yo, why don't you let us be? Why don't you not even me? I was like, because at that time it was Ching Bing and Mike Booth, because they had a podcast called Thugged Out Thursday. So I told Nori, yo, why don't you give Smoke Champs to Mike Booth and Ching Bing? They're in the cannabis world. It makes sense to let the niggas be Smoke Champs. He was like,
Yeah.
I got to talk to EFN because I got to see what EFN is going to do with that because EFN is already in motion with their name. So I'm like, all right. So I called EFN. So I harassed EFN about like, yo, I think you should let us do that. And he came back and said, yo, that could be Smoke Chance podcast. You know what I'm saying? And then we could work from there. And that was
Yeah.
the beginning.
It's
Nori
an
was like, yo,
extension of the
let's do it.
brand.
And that's when Nori's like, yo, go for it. EFN said, cool. I'm saying, cool. Let's see what you got. And I had the camera crew because, I got resources. I had the camera crew. I have the facility. I have the know-how. I have the relationship. So it's nothing for me to call artists to come through. And that's when it started. I started booking the artists to come through. I started, you know what I mean? I have the camera crew, so we shooting it, we editing it, and Nori started liking the way it was looking. And now we're here. Now, Drink Champs got their own network, and now we're waiting to, release Home Champs on Drink Champs Network.
Oh, okay. So that's the future of it right now.
Yeah, but right now
I
we're
love
just
it.
guests on. Right now we're just guests on Drink Champs. So once a month or whenever they do family and friends, that's when we all come up and be on Drink Champs.
Okay. And they kind of like tied in all together. And I think I've seen a couple. Seen a couple of those episodes where I see it's like all the homies.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
I see all the fam together. All right, so you got that. That's a great situation, especially an extension of a proven brand already, man. That's doing very well, Drink Champs, and everything that they're doing over there. Nori and the FM, man. Now you get off an opportunity with Bar Lord. What's going on with
Well,
Bar Lord, bro? What's that
Bar Lord
about?
Show. Bar Lord Show is my show I created because it was me.
Did we lose him?
Yep, that's what it looked like.
Let me hit him up. Damn, boy, it was going so good. Tell me tap back in. I apologize, everybody. Um, just waiting to get him back. How's everybody doing? Michael Calhoun, my favorite. Miss Karen G. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing good today?
Yep, he's doing great.
Just waiting for our guest to come back. I just hit him back to get him back on. Good conversation with the one and only man, Mr. Shampoo, and I still ain't even gotten to the best part where he just closed a new deal with Def Jam, Varick, UMG, and that's where we're gonna leave it at and finalize it there. So I guess I'm gonna have to splice this in order to get it right. Did I tell you about the new situation with Odyssey? That's what I wanted to speak to you about as well.
No, actually, I'm just getting back to my computer. Was wondering what happened with the guest.
Yeah, we got a new opportunity.
Okay,
Young
great.
gentleman that also through iHeart Odyssey, man, and he's so I told him that him and I need to get on the phone and talk about it, just so we know how we're gonna move forward, you know.
Okay.
Who is A1? A1 Yola man? A1, how you doing?
What's up, family? How you doing?
I'm good. Just checking in while we waiting for our guests to come back.
Yeah, man, I'm just over here chilling, man. Just relaxing, soaking up the game. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Appreciate that, man. Where you from, Pops?
From Pasadena, California.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Appreciate you checking in, man. Every week we got the best of the best on here, man.
I think this
Everybody
my
that's on here is a legend.
third week up here. I'll be he be bringing me up here. He always tell me to come up here. You know what I mean? Trying to do some work with him probably in the future.
It's that time. It's that time. Well, anything you need from me, just reach out. You can hit me on Manny Mad Dog at any time. MANNY MADDOG. I'm always available,
Okay.
man, to our people, man. I appreciate you support. I support those that support me. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You
I
know, we then I
appreciate y'all
switch.
having me, man. Appreciate y'all letting me come around, man. You feel me? I've been doing music for a long time. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like the closest I probably even got. You know what I mean? Just to be around. You know what I mean? Good people like y'all. So.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm a brother that's been doing it myself for 37 years, man, and I'm always trying to find a new way to do things, new places to go, new people to rock with, new situations to create. And I live now in Puerto Rico, but this is what I do. And I know I happen to just know a lot of people, man, that including Shampoo. I know that brother for 30 years, man, when we came up in the business together. And to see him now where he's at, man, it's just a way of everybody telling, how to tell their testimony, tell their full story. Because they only want to hear about the success. They don't want to hear about the story and the trial and tribulations to get there, man. And that's what I like to give. I like to give the story because, on some level, we all relate to it. You know what I'm saying? We all going through our own things and our own trials and tribulations, getting to wherever we going in life. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And that's why I do what I do and how I do it.
Yeah, because it
Fortunately,
is it is a struggle. You know what I mean? It ain't no easy business to get into. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's not that
it's
easy.
understanding it, man, that we all go through things, man, to get where we're going, man, and so nothing comes easy in life, man. Fortunate and unfortunate. Fortunately, because it teaches you lessons in life and it gives
Yeah,
you growth, man. Unfortunately, because sometimes you don't want to go through the bullshit,
right.
and
Yeah.
sometimes we have to get to where we're going.
One thing I've
To me,
noticed
it
is
just makes it stronger.
yeah, I just noticed like over the years of doing music, like most people that really, you know what I mean, the ones that truly make it is the ones that really been staying dedicated, you know what I mean, for years, years, you know what I mean? It's just you gotta stay consistent and just keep pushing, you know what I mean? So, I've seen so many rappers, you know what I mean, that's big, be like, man, I did it for 10, 11 years before I got here. So, I understand that part too, you know what I mean, that it takes time, because you gotta grow, you gotta develop at the same time while you trying to, get to the next level, you know what I mean? But you gotta be ready for the next level, you know?
That's what it is, man. And that's why conversations like this are important. Not only networking and communicating, but also understanding that, the story that you're going through or what you're going through right now, like I tell people, for the most part, I've been there and done that, what you've done, man. I've been doing this, for 37 years. I'm 55 years old. So a lot of it, I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? So I can give you guidance and give you direction so that you don't have to hit the speed bumps that I hit along the way. You feel
That
me?
part.
But
Yeah,
it
yeah, for
allows you
sure.
to relate to the story and be like, damn, man, my man went through that and look where he's at doing what he's doing now. Guess what? I'm only through part of my story right now. You feel what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
going through part of your story right now to get where you want to go.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's where we at, man. And that's what I'm about. I tell people, man, I don't play music. I speak real life, man. Real situations, man, with real dudes who really done this, that I've watched grow, I've watched come up in this business. You know, man, they watched my growth, I've watched their growth. And I'm just proud to, you know, to still have part of what we're doing, and for me to still be a part of what we're doing and have longevity in what we do. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
You originally from the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm originally from Pasadena, man. I live in Arizona right now. You know what I mean? I grew up in Pasadena as a kid. I played football out there, went to high school out there, you know, did everything, you know what I mean? That, you know, most cats probably did, you know, out there. Like, my mother moved to Arizona when I was like 19, you know what I mean? So I came over here, but I would have stayed in
Been out there
Pasadena.
for a minute in Arizona.
Yeah, I've been out here for a minute, so, you know, this is where I started doing music at out here, you know what I mean? But I still like have a lot of people back home, you know what I mean, that's been watching me over the year and continuously, you know what I mean, been, you know, just watching me grind, man, just always just telling me, man, just keep going, you know what I mean? So I just keep pushing, you know what I mean? But like I say, I come up in the inner city of Pasadena, man, you know what I mean, with the gang violence, all that, man. I was there when the Rodney King riots popped out, you know what I mean? I was, you know, somewhat involved in that, out there looting and rioting, you know what I mean? You know, for my people, basically, though, you know what I mean? I ride for my folks 100%, you dig? So at the end of the day, man, I'm just, you know, a cat that came up in the era, man, where now, you know what I mean? You know, you get older, man. So, you know, I got kids too.
You, brother.
Huh?
I said, I appreciate you.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah, I think we just had a one. The struggle don't ever stop, man. Anything that I can do for you, just let me know.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Sorry
sure.
about that, guys.
You there, Chad?
Yeah. Sorry about that, man. I got to charge this thing 10%.
Nah, it's all good, Bobby. I just wanted to get to the end of the story, man. Now I'm about to chop this bitch up. I had it going so good.
we was doing good. We was at
man. My editing game ain't that great, but we're gonna get it right.
But shit, I do editing, man. I do video editing, bro.
Well, you know what you could do? Do me a favor, brother. When you get a moment on my IG, the DM, hit me on the Manny Mad Dog, MANNY, MADDOG. Do me a favor, send me a DM so we can connect on the sidebar, right?
Yeah. Let me get on. I'm gonna jump on my computer.
I appreciate you, my G.
Yeah, I do.
Yo, Champ, so let's get back to where we was at, man. So we was talking about the Bar Lord, right?
Oh yeah, so the Bar Lord show came about. I got tired. Like I was trying to get my artists on a lot of these freestyle outlets, and they always trying to charge me $1,000, $500, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Like that niggas ain't even popping. You got to be kidding me! You $500 for this shit is trash. So then I woke up and said, again, I got the resources, I have the space, I'm doing my own shit, and I just said, yo, come to the. Then I just started calling my people that I know spit. Yo, come to the studio. Yo, I want you to jump on this freestyle shit I'm doing. Started 1, 2, 3 artists, 4 artists, 5 artists, and now I'm at like 100 artists already. Just showing love. You know what I mean?
Damn, man.
And now
you're building a movement behind it.
Yeah, and now people are talking to me about taking it a little, step further with it. They're like, yo, we like what you're doing. We love the content. You know what I mean? And then I did it purposely and didn't reach out to no real artists. Didn't reach out to no superstars because I know, a lot of the other outlets are doing that. So I was like, let's take it back to the ground, to the people that really appreciate this grind. You know what I mean? The people that really need this outlet. And then I started reaching out to people that's working, like, yo, you want to come through? Nah, I'm not gonna charge you. I charge probably here and there, $200 if I don't know you or you call me. Besides that, I really don't really charge. I mean, I really show love. So and that's where the bar looks. And that's where it depends on what. If I don't know you, 200. But if I do know you, you know what I'm saying? It's love. Come up, man. It's only gonna take 7 minutes. Going in now. And now it's moving, man. Now people are like, yo, yo, we want you to come to my show. You know, they wanted me to come to Texas with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was, but my production wasn't ready to travel. So I was like, fuck. You know, but you know, in a minute, man, that shit is gonna be bigger than a lot of these other people. And I told them when they was telling me, nah, yo, your artist ain't there, and I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, my platform is gonna be bigger than yours. Watch. I'm telling you, watch.
And it's happening.
And it's happening organically.
Yeah.
Organically.
And fortunately for
You
you,
know what I'm
you have a great support system, man, because of the relationships and the network you developed throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a part of whatever it is that you're developing at this point, and that's where you at. Speaking on that, man, 20 years anniversary, brother. Congratulations, man, for YNVS, man. 20 freaking years, man. I can't even believe it. Like,
it's really
that it's
30,
been
but I
that
say
long.
20. It's
I
really
was about
30,
to
but
say,
I
I
say
think
20
it's
this
been
way.
longer than that.
Yeah, I say 20, so this way, you know what I mean? I got more years to do 25 than 30 years, you know what I mean? And if I do 30 years, like, where we go from here?
Yeah.
50-year
But
anniversary.
yeah. I know the feeling. Like I told, man, I've really been in this business for like 45, but 37 since I was 18, and got that DBA on 161st Street, nigga, and made it a real business, man. But you know, it is what it is, man. So you got Barlow, you got Smoke Champs setting up, man. It's funny, right? Because you got them two big platforms, man, building at the same damn time, man. That's incredible, first and foremost. I see you got the label deal. Congratulations on the label deal with Def Jam. It makes sense, man. Def Jam, Varick, UMG, YNVS, man. You know, I see your sons coming obviously through the pipeline. Shout out Conan. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it, you know what I'm saying, and developing. I see your girl Brooke as well.
Single out right now, Rubber Band Girl.
Talk about that, man. How did that finally come about after all these years?
Well, you know, God bless Noah Shear. Noah Shear been at Executive UNC for, I guess, 20 years also. And I just grew a great relationship with Noah, you know, and just talking to Noah and him seeing what I'm doing. And then he came to me one time because I came to him for a job, like, yo, what's going on? Like, I see you shifting, you know what I mean? Like, pull me in. And he said, yo, I like what you're doing with YNBS. They just hired me to be the GM at Barrett Street. I will want to give you your own situation. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, man, it's time for one of the good guys to win. You know what I mean? It's time for one of the good guys to win.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, word. Yes. He's like, yeah, man, I got you. You know, I see what you're doing. You know, I see you going through these other distribution companies. You need to come home. This is your home here. You know everybody here. Everybody loves you. Everybody supports you. It's only right you do it here. And I said, hell yeah, man. And then the bad thing about it, man, is that, you know, they clipped 40% of Universal. He ended up being part of it, you know, so that hurt me.
Yeah.
He called me first and was like, yo, man.
Is that hurting your situation at all?
No, and that's what he told me. He's like, the good thing, he says, I got good news and bad news. I'm like, what? He said, bad news is I'm no longer at Barrett Street and Def Jam. They let 40% of us go. And I'm sorry, Shampoo. You know, I really believed in YNBS. I really wanted to be part of YNBS and follow it through and help you get to where you want to go. But, they let me go. But the good thing is that you're in the system now. So you're in the queue. So there's nothing that's going to stop you. Now, all you got to do is just keep pumping music out. You know, I don't know who's going to be the next point person, but, you know, once you find out who that next point person is, you know, hard, man. You don't keep going, Shampoo. Don't stop. So I shed a tear, man, for him, man, because, you know, he's one of them guys that believe in me. You know what I'm saying? And he's a veteran. And, you know, he's a veteran, and he gave me a shot. And then for him to do this and then still call me and be like, yo, I'm here for you. Whatever you need, call me. Like, you know, again, relationships, man. You know what I mean? You can't buy relationships.
That's amazing.
And I told him, I'm
amazing,
like, I know.
brother.
I told him, I was like, I know you're gonna land somewhere bigger. Don't forget me, man. Come back with me.
A big and better
Yep.
check somewhere else.
Yep. And he said, "Don't worry,
So
Champ. You're my guy. I got you. I'm coming back to you. Don't worry."
so I see you're also gonna be dropping Mike Geronimo, the new label, a new
Yeah, man. Mike
situation.
Geronimo, and Mike
My
Geronimo,
God.
man. Yeah, man. I was always been again another artist. Us crossing paths, and coming up in the game. Opening up for him. You know what I mean? Just seeing him, and I saw him on Drink Champs, and I caught Nori. I was like, "Yo, bro, that was dope, man. That shit was dope that you did for Mike Geronimo, man. That was crazy." And he was like, "Yeah." Then he said, "Yo, we were doing a video. He's gonna come to the video too." I was like, "Word, I haven't seen Mike in like 15 years, man. I would
Yeah.
love to meet him again." So when I seen him, he didn't remember me because we was young bucks.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"Yo,
yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
we
There was
was
a
on
lot
Select
going on at that
Records."
time.
I was like, "We was on Select Records, Mike. We opened up for you every time. Me and you, we fucked with each other, Mike. You know what I mean? I was a wild Brooklyn nigga, and you fucked with me because I was a wild nigga. And you was like, damn, man, I don't remember." So we just started talking, and I came to him. I was like, "Yo, what you doing with your music?" He said, "Man, I'm not doing no music." I said, "Nah, Mike, let's go. Let's go one more, man. You got to give it
Yeah,
one more shot. You
yeah,
never
yeah,
really
yeah.
got to just do." I said, "I got the
Right.
producers, I got the studio. Just come and work, and let's see what happens." He was like, "Nah, I ain't been in the studio in a while." I was like, "Let's just come and work. Let's see what happens." He's like, "All right." He came one day. He didn't write nothing. He was just sitting there smoking cigarettes and just listening to beats. And I was just like, "All right." He came again, did the same thing. Came the third time, did the same thing. Didn't write nothing, didn't go in the booth. And I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Then on the fourth time, he was fucking already programming and writing the shit when he got home and doing the words while he's in the studio. That old school Jay-Z shit.
Yeah,
So when
yeah,
he
yeah,
comes to
yeah,
the
yeah.
studio the fourth time, he's knocking out these records. And I'm like, "Yo, bro, I thought all this time you fucking around." My nigga is like, "Nah, fool. This is how I write. It's a process." You know what I'm saying? He said it's a process. So I was like, uh, hello?
Champ, I'm listening.
Yeah, so he was like, "Yo, it's a process, my brother." And then that's when we started working, and I was like, "Yo, let's go with that record." Then when we put out Smoke, and then I started helping him, and he was like, "Yo, how much you want?" I was like, "Mike, I don't want no money. I just want to help you." I was like, "You one of them stars, man." I was like, "Yo, you one of them guys that deserve this shit.
Never got
I
his
just want
just
to."
due.
Yeah, I was like, "You was Jay-Z before Jay-Z. You was Nas before
Yeah,
Nas.
man.
Like, you was that nigga, man. I just want to just help you. Whatever I could do to help you, like, just let me help you, bro." And then
That's
that's
dope.
that's what we're here now. You know what I mean? I'm here to, he was like, "Yo, you should manage me." I said, "I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do it." And now, that's one of my best friends, man. You know what I mean? I call him, every other day, even if it's every day. Speak often. We in the studio twice a week, and he's working, man. He got crazy records. I'm so impressed with his music, and I just can't wait for the world to hear it. And with him, I told him, "Yo, you Mike Geronimo, we're not just flinging your shit out. We got to set your shit up the right way."
You gotta set
So,
it up. You
and
gotta
that's
get it
where we
right.
at. And that's
Yeah,
where we at
you
with
gotta
Mike.
get it
You
right.
know what I mean?
Hey, yo, so funny because it must really be a 360 moment for all of y'all because isn't BJ over at Drink Champs too?
Yeah, yep.
And BJ back in the days was the one that was managing him.
Yeah. Well, BJ, he's still with he's still rocking Mike. When I went to Miami, he pulled up on us, and when we went to Atlanta, he came with Atlanta with us. So I fuck with BJ too.
I love it. That's family love, man. Just like Flush, man. Bless Flush, man, who's going through something right
Yeah,
now.
God
And
bless you.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta put our prayers up for him. You know what I'm saying? That's family. And I was with
But
them
but
both
but
during that time, during that Blunt TV2 time. You know what I mean? That was my
but
time.
dog, I think we got like 10 minutes before the shit cuts me off again.
Now we good. We good. That's why I wanted to at least get to that point, man. 20 years, YNVS, man. YNVS Music Group, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Like
Dog.
extremely proud of you, my brother, to see what you've done and see what the future holds for you, my brother. Because I know there's still a lot left for you to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stop screaming at every worse than me, man. They let know, man. You be pulling people's cards, man. I know we pulling people's cards over at Def Jam. Yo, Sham, did you do really work at Def Jam? Nah, I never heard it. All right, man. Let me call
Never heard of them.
Never.
Yeah, man, because I got and I became the Def Jam buster. Like they call me like, yo, this nigga works here. Like, nope, because like, come on, man, like you know how many people I helped be better because there was a couple of guys that was running with the whole fake Def Jam shit, but they had a great platform. And I'm like, yo, bro, you don't need the Def Jam flag, bro. You're doing great. Like, stop lying to people. People will respect you if you stop lying.
Facts.
You don't have to be a Def Jam, my nigga. Being a Def Jam can't even help Def Jam. You know what I mean? Like, just
let them know, right? Shit.
Like, that doesn't mean what it used to mean back in the day.
Nah.
Like, like, don't go out here fronting and robbing people and selling people dreams, telling them you're an A&R Def Jam when you're not. Like, don't do that. You can say you're an A&R at your company. You have a dope company. I looked at your whole shit, bro. This shit is dope.
Facts, man. And look how you did it. No matter what, you had the support of Def Jam, but really, you are YMVS. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you never needed Def Jam to hold you up.
Yep. Nope. And that's what and I did that I strive for that because back when I first started, they was always on that shit like, yo, you can't use the logo, you can't use the logo, you can't use the logo. So then I became the logo for one, I'm like, you know what? We don't need that logo. You know what I mean? We're gonna show them like this logo is gonna be the logo that the streets are gonna connect to. And they're gonna refer to, oh yeah, YMVS, Def Jam. They second. So it ain't like they be like, oh, Shampoo, Def Jam. Nah, it's like Shampoo, YMVS. He also working at Def Jam. They just one of my clients.
Right. It's an extension of who you are, not you being an extension of who they are. You feel what I'm saying? Just exactly. Like,
man, I love Def Jam. Def Jam is great. The people there are great. But, there's life after Def Jam. There's life bigger than Def Jam. And I know, like, Def Jam, helped me get to where we at. And I know they're going to help me get to the next step in my career. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stopping. I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm not waiting for nobody to give me a job, give me a position. I'm pushing every day full steam ahead. I don't look backwards. I keep looking forward. You know what I mean? I keep meeting new people. I'm blessed to be in the right room, to always be in the right conversation. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed, man. And I don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? I know this is God's plan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't play with it. I know, I come from the bottom. You know what I mean? I was selling TVs and movies. And now the biggest executives in the game called me to help them with their art.
That's right. DJ Khaled shouts you out.
Come on, man. Every time they put the project out,
the Drink Champ shouts you out, man. Some of the best.
Every time the project out, they got to come to the guy. They know that.
They come to the best, baby. So I love it, man. I appreciate you so much, my brother. It's a lot of years between us. I'm glad that I before his shit turned off, I got him off. Kermit, man, I appreciate you, brother. You want to shout everybody out, giving your last words as we always do each and every Friday, Uncle Kermit. You there? You got me muted out? I want you to do a roll call, man. I'm Manny Rail. What's good? Now tell me what I'm saying this. M-Y-E-H? You can tap in real quick. Let me know. Amani Rail, what's up? M-Y, just M-Y, how do you say that? M-Y-E-A-H. A1, text me, man, so I can get that contact, man. We can connect on that conversation. I don't know where Unc's at right now.
Yeah, I message you on IG.
Okay, perfect, man. So we can connect on that, man. I'm always looking for somebody that can do some work. It's a way that we can connect with each other.
Yeah, I'm decent. I'm pretty decent with it, man.
Hey, you got a reel or anything that you do, or it's just something that you freestyle with?
I do all my videos and stuff too. I do all my content. I do all my album covers, all my graphic designs. I do all my stuff.
Okay, well, shit, then we definitely need to chop it up, man. It's one way that we can help each other.
Sure.
You feel me? I
Yeah.
love that. I love when a plan comes together, man, especially when there was no plan.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? And what I do is I connect with you this week.
Okay.
And we get it going.
For sure.
All right. Appreciate you tapping in. Your uncle, you still there? I'm about to
Yeah,
sign off.
yeah. I just got back and was noticing you talking with A1 Yellow Man. Did the guest leave? Or he coming back?
Yeah. We didn't chop it up. No. He's done. I got to the end. He said he only had like 10 minutes left. I don't even want to pressure him to get back on because I basically got what I needed and we got the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at the end. It's 20 years. He got to deal with Def Jam. We've talked on that, man. That's pretty much where my brother's at, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he got to deal with Def Jam, UMG. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know where he was going next with the situation, and hopefully that the UMG shakeup didn't fuck up his deal. And he let us know that he didn't, and he's gonna press on. So I love my brother Shampoo. Everybody come out YNVSCEO Shampoo. Great brother. If you ever need any street work, marketing, lifestyle, you got a product, a brand, you got a record, an album, a mixtape, anything that's dropping, make sure you reach out to him or reach out to me. I can get you in contact with him. Great brother, been with me for over 30 years. We came up in this industry together. So I was so excited to have him on here, man. That's a brother that's constant, man. So I know Sunday he's doing a celebration in New York City, celebrating 20 years in the industry, or 20 years of YNVS, not 20 years in the industry. Been in the business probably as long as I've been, about 35 years. But I'll pass it to you, baby. I'll pass the torch to you, brother.
Okay, well, I want to thank everybody that showed up today. A few people, as you know, came in and left. I saw Don SCN earlier. I saw Travis Shan from Don is from North Carolina. Travis is from Virginia, originally from South Korea.
Hey.
Yeah.
How about Armani Rel? Who's Armani Rel?
What about Armani?
Yeah, Armani Rel.
Okay, you're gonna let me get
Hey,
to
what's going on, fam?
Armani, what's going on? Just trying to find out who you are, brother.
Well, I'm an artist located in Georgia from a small city called Rockdale. Some know it as Conyers, Georgia. I just been moving and grooving in the light of music for a long time. I've always been musically oriented my whole life. And I just been going with the flow, man, creating and putting the music out there. And in the midst of doing that, me and ECMD was able to rub elbows with each other, and we've been moving and grooving and working together ever since.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Come check us out each and every Friday, man. We have a different legend every week on the phone, man. Somebody that you can learn information from, somebody that you can take something away from. Because, like I tell everybody, man, we've all been through struggles. We all have a testimonial. And that's what this is about, man. Getting them executives to let y'all know their testimonial, let you know what they've been through, their hardships, man, because we can all relate to it. We all go through moments like, God damn, man, life is just kicking my ass. And guess what? At some point, it's going to turn around, man, when you stay consistent to and diligent to what you love and what you do. So stay diligent, stay what you're doing, man. Anywhere I can tap in. You already got the best of the best on the line right now with my executive producer, Monk, Kermit. So you in a great space, brother. Keep pushing forward.
Most definitely, man. I wish blessings to you and everybody in the Zoom meeting and whatnot. Sorry I tapped in a little late.
Okay, well, anyway, as I was saying before, the host rudely cut me off.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
didn't mean to do that.
So anyway, like I said, we got the Real P and MYEH, Make Your Ear Hot from Chicago, Illinois. They are a record label, management company, and recording studio out of Chicago. We got the Garrison family, Queen Karen, mommy activist, and Garrison family out of Washington, D.C. You already talked. We already introduced A1 Yola Man, and you just did Armani.
Yes.
Armani Real, and last but not least, we have what we got me and ECMD, and last but not least, we got Grammy Award winning singer, songwriter, producer, co-founder of the legendary group The Dads Band, and he also he and his bandmate co-wrote the B-side of Let It Whip that came out, that was a hit back in 1982. And so when the A-side went gold, the B-side went gold. They don't allow that now. They put you on streaming with just one song, and you got to deal with the one song. Ain't no B-side to make no royalties, to make no money. He's already been inducted into the R&B Hall of Fame. He's part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band. And hopefully get him in there one day. He was actually there when they cut the ribbon to even build the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in the day. And he's made history in the last couple of months by charting 6 different genres of music. I give to you Michael J. Calhoun. I'm David Ruffin, and all you people on here are Temptations. somebody nicely, I thought somebody nicely tucked Manny in the audience.
No, nobody would do that.
All right, with that being said.
I love it, man. I love it.
Thanks everybody coming. I'll see you next week. Is what's the name coming back next week? That was supposed to, that Phil. You did last week.
You talking about Big Phil?
No, the one from last Friday.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. With AJ Alexander, we rescheduled him for next week. He actually hit me today, which was beautiful, and he's ready to do it again. So, we'll start to re-promote it. I'll send you the new flyer tomorrow and get him back, because we got to finish his story, man. His story ended.
Yeah, that's an excellent story. The whole thing about him discovering Usher and being Bobby Brown's bodyguard. I hit up Smooth B from Nice and Smooth, asked him, did he know him? He said, hell yeah, I know him. I said we was interviewing him today, but we had technical difficulties, but he'll be back next week. So
we got him, man, for next week, man, because we stopped the conversation at that Any Heartbreak tour, man, and it was getting real interesting, So
I remember, I didn't talk.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah, I didn't speak on none of that, but I remember when that happened. I think it was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You got it right.
I remember when that happened, because I had just, I was involved with both camps myself, meet and greets, all kind of stuff or whatever. So I definitely was very aware when that happened. I didn't know the total details I don't remember them, but I'm definitely aware when that happened.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna
thank everybody for coming. See you next time. The next thing scheduled is, don't forget, the same link that you got here every single Monday at 9 o'clock. So instead of me constantly texting people, especially if you got an iPhone, that's what I know about, set an alarm on your phone. You go in there and you put Mixaholic Monday, and you put 9 o'clock. Then you on your phone you can click where it says, you can click the days of the week. You can say like every Monday.
That's right.
And then plus you can just, when you wake up in the morning, you can just go click on a link and look at it, see if anything happened that day. It tells you the date and the time, the day of the week and the time. So let's stop me being everybody's secretary, and people show me that they can pop in without me telling them.
That's right. AJ Alexander next week. It's your boy, Manny Mad Dog. You could be anywhere in the world, man, but you're here with me. I thank you, man. Shout out ECMD, BET Mobile Distribution, iHeartRadio. It's your boy de Puerto Rico, and I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a great week, and I'll see y'all next Friday for TGISF. Thank God it's Syndicate Friday. I'm out.
All right.
God bless.